So in this video we're going to be answering the question on which is better, the primal shotgun or the pump shotgun. And then I'm going to give you a bit of perspective, if you will, or another point of view on actually how overpowered the primal is. So I think I've already answered the first question. Yes, the primal shotgun is a much more overpowered shotgun, but now let me explain why. When I pull up a screenshot of the purple primal shotgun on screen right now, you can see that it has a DPS of 239.4, a damage of 63, a fire rate of 3.8, a magazine size of 12, a reload time of 3.6, structure damage of 19. When I pull up the purple pump on the left, it has a DPS of 75.6, a damage of 108, a fire rate of 0.7, a magazine size of 5, a reload time of 4.4, a structure damage of 54. Now obviously the pump shotgun's on the left side of the screen and the primal shotgun's on the right side of the screen. What we're going to talk about is the DPS. We're going to work our way through the list of stats on the guns right now, and then I want to show you something towards the end that is completely overpowered that most people aren't going to cop unless you watch this video. I'm not trying to beg you to watch this video, man, but I'm saying I kind of just was planning this video and came across this. This was not something I planned on doing in this video, but I realized, holy shit, this gun is actually so overpowered and I needed to tell you guys about it. But continuing on where I said with the DPS. The pump's DPS, which is damage per second, is 75.6. So basically means you shoot somebody in 1 second, you're kind of going to do about 75.6 damage. But on the other hand, with the primal, it's 239.4, which is kind of very overpowered because you only have 200 health. So it does have the potential of an average DPS of 239.4. So we're in a bit of a situation here. There's like damage per second wise, the primal shotgun wins. Like, there's nothing to say about it. You can't argue. The pump shotgun, like, the argument used to be that you could just hit a headshot and that was the fight over. That was the benefit of using it. But now the pump shotgun doesn't even one-shot headshot. Unless it's the gold one, of course. But we're not going to get into that right now. That's for later on in the video. What I'm saying is the pump shotgun does 75.6 damage. Damage per second. The primal does 239.4. Enough said. The primal is more overpowered at damage per second. Obviously, that's because it shoots fast. But moving on, we'll get to that in a minute. We're going to talk about damage, which is the stat below that. The pump obviously does 108 damage. And the primal shotgun does 63. Now, that's where the pump kind of has its effect. It doesn't do more damage per second, but it does do more damage per shot. It does 108 damage per shot, which is good off spawn, considering it has more range. So if you so happen to get yourself a purple shotgun or a purple pump off spawn and you hit somebody, it does have a great chance of one-shotting them because off spawn they're only going to be 100 health unless they somehow have shield. But it's a better off spawn weapon because you can completely kill somebody with one shot. On the other hand, the primal has 63 damage, and obviously it doesn't have that range unless you ADS in, which actually does have similar range to the pump's hip fire. But again, it only does 63 damage per shot, so you would need to hit 2 shots. And what I've noticed with the primal is it kind of has a burst momentum where it shoots 2 shots, and then another 2 shots. It's kind of like a dum-dum, dum-dum, dum-dum kind of momentum with it. That's just what I've noticed. So the pump does more damage per shot, and that's kind of the only disadvantage the primal shotgun has, where it doesn't do much damage per shot. But this fire rate setting, or fire rate option, I guess, is the next thing we're going to talk about. This is where things look very overpowered for the primal, even more so. This is how it has that damage per second. So the primal shotgun has a fire rate of 3.8. The pump has a fire rate of 0.7. What this means is the pump shotgun shoots 0.7 of a shot per second. Obviously, because it has such a, I guess, slow fire rate, means like it just doesn't fucking cut it when you're comparing to something with a fire rate of 3.8. That means the primal shotgun has 3.1 times faster fire rate. What this means is it's a 3-to-1 ratio. The primal shotgun shoots 3.8 shots. So if you were to argue and round up, the primal shotgun would shoot 4 shots per second, and the pump shotgun would shoot 1 shot. So it's primal shotgun shoots 4 in 1 second, the pump shotgun shoots 1. What wins? The pump shotgun can't one-shot at that, and the fire rate on the primal is 4 fucking shots in a second. So who wins? You get me? Who wins? You've 63 times 4 or 108 times 1. And if you miss that one shot and someone has a primal, it's over. Pack your bags. throw a controller out the window and just dip. Stop playing. That's the situation you're going to find yourself in, and I'm being dead serious here, boys. But here's this overpowered thing I wanted to show you. We're 5 minutes into the video and I want to show you this overpowered thing because I don't want to make you wait till the end like a scumbag. When you pull up the green primal shotgun on screen instead of that purple one. So now we're going to compare the green primal to a purple pump shotgun. Now let's look at this stats. The DPS on a green primal is 216.6. The damage is 57. The fire rate is still 3.8. The magazine size is 12. The reload time is 3.9. And the structure damage is 17. Okay. The reason being why I didn't go into magazine size, reload time, and structure damage on any of the other guns, or any of the other ones on the primal, is we don't need to. We don't need to know that information. It's already overpowered enough knowing the primal does more damage per second. It holds 12 shots, and has a faster fire rate. So it means you can afford to miss shots and still do more damage per second than the pump shotgun, which is just completely stupid. We're looking here, again, if that still has that same fire rate, okay, and you go 57 times 4, because it's almost a 4 per second. It almost shoots 4 shots per second. So if you multiply 57 by 4, it's still going to even out at more than the pump shotgun's one shot. So even a green primal can win a purple pump. It can even win a gold pump, because the gold pump does 203 damage. And the purple primal does damage per second of 216. Now obviously that the gold pump, can absolutely smoke the primal shotgun out of the water if you hit that one shot headshot, and you have to hit that one shot headshot. So in terms of consistency, there's no pro on the planet that can consistently hit 200 pump headshots. It's not a guarantee. You know, you could have an opponent that you're fighting that has insane movement and just jumps around, crouches. There's nothing you can do about it. He has a primal and he's spam crouching while shooting you. Literally nothing you can do, my friend. So, what's the argument here? There's no argument. The primal shotgun is better. It's completely overpowered, and the pump doesn't have a chance. The only way the pump wins is with you keeping a bit of range and hitting a big shot. I'm sorry. There's no other way. The only other way I see a balance, or I guess a semi-overpowered meta, is in duos if one of your boys has a purple pump and the other one runs a primal. That way you can have a bit of an aggressive kind of playstyle with a big damage playstyle. You get me? The primal guy can pull off edits, and your guy with the pump can just line up some nasty shots. That's all I can see happening, is little duo edit plays going on. There's nothing much that can be done. Now, if I'm to bring out the Spire Assassin's primal shotgun, now we should just stop talking. We should just end the video here, because this thing has a damage per second of 262.2, a damage of 69, a fire rate of 3.8, a magazine size of 12, a reload time of 3.2, so it actually reloads faster, and a structure damage of 20. Okay, now we're in a situation where this thing, if 69 damage, if you round it up, it does 70. Okay, so 70 times 4. 70 times 4 is, I believe, 280 damage per second. Okay, but obviously it's not doing it per second, it's doing 262 per second, because obviously the time it takes to shoot 4 shots isn't quite 1 second, so a bit of the damage gets shaved off. But what I'm saying is, again, when you pull out that purple pump, because that's going to be the most common pump you have, and there's going to be one psychopath in the lobby with a mythic primal shotgun, do you have a chance of fighting it, even with a gold pump? I don't have the gold pump stats on me right now, but with a gold pump that does 203 damage, do you have a chance of winning that primal against that mythic primal? The chances are pretty slim, man. The chances are a 1 in 5. Okay, it means you hit your first shot out of your first 5 shots with the pump, and that one shot is a headshot. That's all you have. That's the only opportunity you have of winning that fight. The green primal is more overpowered than the purple pump shotgun. I'm saying that with fact. I'm saying that with, the season being out 2 weeks now. I've had enough practice with it. I've settled with the meta. It's kind of going to be a relationship where you use the primal shotgun and absolutely hate using it, which is where I'm at. You have to use it if you want to compete, because that's what everybody else is going to do. So if everybody else is using the primal, you cannot use the pump. And then this creates a meta where if everybody's using the primal, it's kind of primal v primal. So it's like 2 people are in a 1x1 spraying primals at each other, where it just becomes a 50-50 and no skill is involved. It's just whoever has the better primal And it's not even about who's more accurate, because the thing's crosshairs are that of a truck. So it's not who's more accurate, who can hit more shots. It's literally just who has a better rarity, which again comes down to luck. Or, if you will, comes down to luck with a bit of farming and, you know, getting your skeleton bones, whatever, to upgrade the thing. But at the end of the day, it comes down to luck. And that's literally where the meta goes. So I don't know what else to say from here. If you want a video like this for another gun, please let me know down in the comments. And please hit that sub button if you're watching on YouTube. If I somehow have this up on the Facebook or Instagram, man, make sure you go check out the YouTube. It's going to be lit over there, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one.